It's time we talk about how I started the Protogen Revolution. Sorry, I already fucked that up. It isn't a revolution. What is it called? Oh, it's a Protogen invasion. So apparently I started the Protogen invasion. Didn't even know that happened. On a whim, because I was just looking for stuff on Google. I looked up Protogen, just Googled Protogen. My video came up, but it wasn't a link to the YouTube video. It was a link to the Gamer Furry War wiki. And apparently, according to this wiki, I started the Protogen invasion, or I guess they call Prototuber invasion. I want to bring this up and I want to go over it. I want to have a life lesson with all of you, because there are some damn good life lessons. There are so many lessons to take from all this. Proto War? It's not even a Proto War. And it's really weird because I found this on the Gamer Furry War wiki. You know the place that we went to find why everyone on Twitch hates us? Why all the Call of Duty kids hate us? Apparently, they're talking about protogens on this. Or at least someone wrote about it. Anyways, we're rotating screens, gyrating our screen. There you go. Anyways, one day I looked up Protogen on Google and found a link to this page in which I guess I started the Prototuber invasion, or Protogen invasion. I mean, technically I did. The video itself was pretty good and a lot of people found protogens through it. Let's read. Please don't vandalize this page for the love of all things holy. Wow. We're off to a great start here. The Gamer versus Furry War wiki is apparently an active thing now that people are updating, try to like teach people about what the fandom is about. And this is one of the random pages about Protogen. Like furries have gone so far to defend the whole furry thing, to make all the haters like fully understand that furries aren't bad by going into their separate subreddits to argue with them. And what do? When it's the case about a wiki, they make a whole page about furries, specifically the subspecies. I'm never going to understand how people go on to do stuff like this. But hey, look, there's the thumbnail to my video. Pretty cool, huh? But yeah, I was reading through this article because I was kind of curious because my thumbnail was shown in the video. And apparently, by reading this part, I had caused the Prototuber invasion, the Protogen invasion, the Protogen Revolution, which I will not argue with. So I want to read this real quick, because this kind of reads out kind of like a motivational war like speech, but also borderline a propaganda ad. Anything that promotes furries in an anti-furry environment is propaganda. Anyways, let's read it. The Prototuber invasion. The day when the first Protogen joined YouTube, known as the Prototuber invasion, started on July 18th, 2017. When Dr. Wildlife joined YouTube. Oh, okay, so I wasn't the cause of it. But wait, there's more. While not popular at the start, she got popular and influenced much of the furry community. Lots of protogens joined YouTube because of Dr. Wildlife's influence. Furtuber, I fucking hate that word. Furtuber BetaEtaDelota, who is not directly connected to protogens, has made various videos expressing the species as the best fursona and making non-furries and furries who are not protogens convert to said species. I still agree. Protogens are like the best fursona, and no one believed me. And still, people don't believe me. This mass conversion and influences started the Protogen invasion. So with that statement, it could be argued that I started the Protogen invasion. I mean, real quick, if you look up Protogen on YouTube, my videos pop up, which isn't bad. I'm not opposed to it. See? Oh, there's Rail. I love Rail. And there's my other video. That's another meme. Jeez, it's been 2 years since I made that. Almost 3 years. But yeah, I kind of read this whole thing, this little snippet, and even though I'm not directly related to protogens being a thing, or starting out on YouTube, or invading the rest of the fandom, I definitely played some part in it, whether it was because of the informational video, or because of my morbid curiosity in the memes that have occurred this past year, specifically from, who is it, Rwolf. Rwolf made a couple, JTingF made a couple, and I just highlighted them. They've always been there, I just kind of brought the audience to mind with it. It's all your fault? Well, fuck me, I guess. So I guess with that, I caused the Protogen invasion, or at the very least started it. Or no, I didn't start it. I instigated it. Like I instigate most things. Like look at Vor. It's everywhere now. I can't turn a corner without seeing Vor in the streets. Just a man is swallowed and I'm like, oh god, I didn't need to see that. And it's just, I look and it's like, wait, no, that isn't that. I'm just envisioning things. I'm just having nightmares, whatever. But yeah, Protogen memes and protogens kinda became more of a thing because of this video, which I'm not saying this for the sake of, my ego really needs a refreshment right now. I could really care less. If I did the video to highlight it, and I made people happy, or I found them a species that they enjoy, or they're arguing that protogens are the best fursona species, hey, you know what? My job is done. I'm not trying to create a war or a revolution in the name of me. I'm just kind of existing, and that's about it. It's kind of neat though, because the way they like phrase it does actually seem like it's an anti-furry thing, or like against anti-furries. Like, oh no, the gamers are being oppressed by the furries. Who's causing these? Oh no, Beta. He's making these videos on all these fursonas. He's making people want fursonas, and they're getting fursonas. Ah! But actually, like, it feels kind of weird, at least knowing that what I did, whether it was like 2 years ago or was like an offhand video I decided to make, it's just weird seeing that what I did made that sort of impact for the better. Better in quotation marks, because we don't know what that necessarily means. Could be a good better or a bad better. Depends on which way you look at it. But the reason why I wanted to sort of talk about the whole protogen invasion thing and why that was made, or why I was credited with causing that sort of uprising of the protogens, because I'm not claiming to be the owner of protogens, the owner of this or that. I use my knowledge and ability to teach and speak to help people learn what they're hoping to learn. Because there was a gap on YouTube at the time with furry informational videos, whether it was the species, whether it was information about the fandom or how to join or what you should really know about it. And no one was making the videos I was. So I decided, fuck it. Couldn't go wrong by doing this as a hobby. And people liked it. So it's really weird to me to at least know that that small thing I did just for the fun of it, just to help people a bit, turned into this like massive business at this point. Like, you look at the rest of my videos and people are like, yo, you helped me find the fandom, and like, people are in the furry fandom now because of me. People's lives are better now because of me. People's lives are worse now because of me. But yeah, what I kind of wanted to go on sort of a tangent about with regards to the protogen uprising thing and me being responsible for it is what it really feels like from my perspective to be some sort of representative of the furry fandom, or as most people call, a poppy fur. I hate that word so much, but it's gonna stick no matter what I say or do. No matter what video I make, no matter what I say, people are gonna call me that. I just sulk a little bit and move on with my life. But I've been meaning to sort of talk about this for a while, of like, Beta, what's it like being, so well known in the fandom? What's it like being popular or an idol to some people? First off, I've got a couple of videos coming in the future talking about how idolizing people is not really healthy. Or really at all. Just don't idolize people in general, they're people. Like, even from what I just said, I did those videos, the Protogen Furry Fandom Species video, the Mom Dad I'm a Furry video, because I wanted to help people. It was just something I thought, hey, this will be a fun sort of work pastime thing that I can do outside of school. And I did it. I did it for fun. It was all just completely not business oriented. There was no other intention for me to gain anything from it. The point is, I wanted to just help people. And that's what I did with those videos. I was just a dumb guy making videos on the internet. There's nothing special about me. But it's kind of turned into the point where, like, people will make a cult about me. And that's scary. Dude, I just made some videos about furries and that was it. So, at least from my perspective, being in this sort of position is surreal in a good way. Like, I love having an audience. I love having people that want to listen to me. I love being able to change people's lives for the better, hopefully not the worse. But also, like, it just feels weird. It doesn't feel, one, deserved, because I didn't really expect anything to happen from it. That was not the intention with doing videos on YouTube. But also just, like, I'm just a person. I don't really have any major say in anything in the fandom. I'm just a random guy that people go to for advice or information or whatever. I'm just a guy. That's really it. There's nothing special about me. I can't miraculously take away all your pain. I can't do this or that. I'm not Jesus, even though sometimes I feel like I've drinking out of Jesus' shoe because of how much alcohol costs at some points in life, especially in Disney World. I'm not the Messiah, exactly. Don't idolize me. I'm just here to entertain. But that's why, like I said, idolization isn't a bad thing. It's just not a good thing either. It's not really a good thing, especially if I fuck up. Like, if I make a mistake, I want to be held accountable for it. I don't want people to be like, oh no, he's perfect. What I don't want is similar to what happened to, I think it was one of the BTS members who got like a DUI, who had an accident while he was drinking and driving. And the fans, or I guess K-pop stans, covered up everything that happened from that in the news so people wouldn't see it. They spammed the hashtags with all these cute fan cams and pictures. I think it was Jungkook, just to make him avoid accountability so people don't judge him any less harshly. I don't know. That's really scary. And I hope to God that you guys don't do that to me. Imagine idolizing someone who has a life jacket fetish. Dude, I know. Exactly. If that dissuades you, then hey, you know what? I'm doing my job right, I think. But really, just like, idolization of furries is really weird. I don't get it. Like I said, I've got videos in the future coming out on it. It's just weird to think that I did this one small video just for fun, and people adore me now. They're willing to die for me because I did that one video. I'm doing the Italian thing again with my hands. I don't know why I do this. Isn't it weird to think about it that way? Like, at the very least, like, isn't that fucking weird? I don't do anything special. I just put something out online and people are just like, let me throw money at you, which I'm not opposed to. Let me, like, support what you do further. And, like, yeah, I'll die for you. And anyone who tries to cancel you, I will cancel in return. It's bizarre. It's really bizarre. But at the very least, like, I can say that if my video served the purpose of making a difference, of making you happier, or teaching you about, like, different FURSONA species or furry fandom, this and that, I did my job. That was the point of what I wanted to do. It was supposed to be fun, and I wanted to serve one purpose, not this ultimate purpose, which some of the ultimate purpose I'm not opposed to. You guys pay my rent, which I'm not opposed to either. It's really weird. It's bizarre. And it's really weird to look at it. And you can even see it today from a lot of the events that happen online on Twitter with another furry YouTuber who shall not be named, who is attempting to come back. You can see it still happening with people just downright defending this individual who is clearly a zoophile. And there's legitimate proof of it. Needless to say, it's scary. It's scary to see people defend genuine people that just do this, you know, who are in it for selfish purposes. What I do online and the videos that I make, I don't do it for selfish purposes. I do like, you know, a little bit of the payback on it. I love being able to do this as a job. Idealistically, I'd love to live in a non-capitalistic society and just do this for the rest of my life and, you know, get commissions for furry art and life jacket fetish, whatever you call it. I'd love to just do that. But unfortunately, this is the world we live in. I gotta make means eventually. Or somehow. I'm not in it for selfish purposes. I just do what I do online because I enjoy it. Other people do it for selfish purposes. You can't ignore that. But then also, like, hey, you know, people defend them, and it's just, oof, it's yikes. It's yikes. Just means you're a great content creator. Some people might take things too far, but you're just a good person making good content, which we all enjoy. That's just the bottom line of it. I saw a video recently by someone whose jokes I don't really agree with. I used to sort of work with him in the past. Does anyone know who the Sneeko is? Him and I were in, like, the Call of Duty community for just a little bit, and then he went off to do whatever, and then he had a video that popped off, and now he does this other thing online, and some of the jokes I'm not too, but he had some good points in a video he did about fans, about doing the whole content creation or YouTuber thing full time. It was very interesting to watch. And he made some points of just like how fans just fanboying or fangirling over people can create this toxic sort of idea of how they are, when in reality it might be different. It's really interesting. I don't know why I was getting on with that, but he made a good video about it that I might reference in the future. But just at the end of the day, all I ask from those that watch me, whether you're a longtime fan or you're just a new fan now, or you're just like watching me, you just love putting me on for background noise. All I want you to know is I'm a person. And the reason why I did those videos, the reason why I made that Protogen video, wasn't to become a god at all. It wasn't to start this furry revolution or bring more Protogens to overwhelm the fandom. It was to teach people that, hey, you know, there's this cool species that I think you guys will like a lot. Or, hey, there's this cool little bit of furries that I think you guys might enjoy. It's not currently there on YouTube for you to watch, and the reason why I made the video was to help others. I didn't have it with these intentions to be turned into a god, to want to be showered in all this love and praise and money. Money I'm not opposed to. Just don't fucking kill yourselves with it. The point is, though, I'm just a guy on the internet, and that's all I want to be treated as. I can get the whole thing of being, like, nervous to meet me or fanboying a little bit because I might make content that might actually have made a difference in your life. But just understand, I don't want to be treated as a god. I'm just this person on the internet. I do think it's really funny, though, that I was kind of seen as being this person who started the Protogen Revolution. Like, just being a meme, you know? I kind of like that. The meme aspect to it is kind of nice. Just like, oh god, it's Beta, the Protogen, I don't want to say overlord, the Protogen instigator, whatever it is. Aren't we all just people on the internet? Yeah, but at the same time, I do this as my job, so it's a bit different. It's very different. It's very, very different.